Hello and welcome to a World of Tanks video. This time I'm only showing you one replay, but that's because it's a special one. This is, well, the first and so far the only time I've received an Ace Mastery badge in my Cromwell. I was actually starting to think this would be one of the tanks that I just never managed it on. Anyway, as you can see, this is on Al Haloof, and it is a tier 7 game. But there are only two tier 7s on the enemy team, a Tiger and a Tiger P. So it shouldn't be too bad for me. I initially pull up there to see if I can spot anyone rushing across the field. I thought since the enemy has an ELC platoon they might try it. But mostly I was just waiting for my heavies to get into position so I can support them. Well, you can see I'm up on the top of the hill there. The enemy have rushed forward and, well, they've caught one of our T-67s isolated, and they've got a huge numbers advantage. I think about pushing up to support the guy, but I decide not to. Until I have heavy tank support. Simply because I wasn't keen to just throw my life away to save that guy. But now the heavies have moved up. And, well, I can poke out, get a shot at this ELC as it runs away. There we go, first shot of the game and I get a kill. Which is always a nice way to start the game. So KV-1 and the Panzer IV-H are pushing up here. And there's a Hellcat guarding the corner. I see it's poking out. So I managed to get the tracking shot. And then pull back and I can just keep pumping shots into its upper hull or upper glacis until it dies. And there's my second kill. See a Cromwell rushing around the corner. Put a shot through the turret front. And move up to support my KV-1, but it runs into the Tiger P and decides it doesn't want any of that. So I pull right back to get behind the KV-1's armour. And I wasn't really sure where to shoot this Tiger P at first. And my shots are bouncing off the upper glacis. But the Cromwell's an easier shot for me. And then the Tiger exposes its lower glacis, and I can put shots through there easily enough. Type T-34 comes around the corner and I get my third kill. And the Tiger P's look at me. No, it changes to the KV-1. Put a third shot through the lower glacis. I managed to track it, and I just come around to the flank. There's a friendly T-29 shooting in the rear, so I decided not to go around there because I don't want to block its shots. And we killed that enemy tank. Here I kind of screw up. I was thinking I'd engage this T1 alongside my allies, but none of them came with me, so I ended up just trading shots with this guy. Fortunately it misses and a few bounce off these dead tanks. But it pulls back so we can get shots on my rear, and like an idiot I kind of just sit here and trade shots. So those last two shots I really shouldn't have sat there and taken, but I did. So, well, we've cleaned up this side. We're actually winning the game, 10-7. And I think it's time to go do some flanking. I was assuming the KV-1 would push up, but it doesn't seem that keen to. Maybe it is slowly. So I was coming down here with the intention of popping up around B3, trying to get shots from my Wolverine and just put some pressure on the enemies, but instead I see an ELC and an AT2 pushing across the centre. Missed my first shot on the ELC, but my second goes in,
Enemy armor is damaged.
And my third just dips and misses the target. And well, the ELC's gone, but the AT2's popped up. And that shot was eaten by the tracks, but if I aim up a bit higher on the superstructure, it's my fifth kill. So now the situation's looking fairly okay. There's enemy Jackson isolated up on top of this hill here, but me and the Wolverine are heading up to deal with it. And the Tiger ELC and the FV304 presumably on the enemy team are all up kind of near their base. So once me and this Wolverine have killed the Jackson, we should easily have the numbers to be able to kind of swarm in and hopefully deal with the Tiger. Except the Jackson just killed our M4, which tells me that it's around this corner and way to the right where it had a line of fire down onto the M4. That hopefully means I will also be behind it. And if I come up here, also above it. Well, there it is, it was coming towards us, but I've managed to get myself around behind it. Thought about ramming it, but decided not to. And its turret traverse is way too slow to keep up with me. And the Wolverine gets that kill. And that bloody artillery killed me when I was on 5 kills and 2600 damage. But anyway, now it's a 3-on-3. We're not looking too bad. We've got 2 tier 6s to their tier 7 and a tier 5. So we have a decent chance here. And both of our guys are way faster than that Tiger, so hopefully they can be able to, you know, spot it, keep out of range and let the artillery kill it. But they just have to get a move on. Enemy ELC's spotted and a Wolverine looked the wrong way and got one shot there. But our artillery kills the ELC. So this is a bit worse. A T-37 and SU-8 versus a Tiger 1 and a FV304. I have no idea how much health. Well, the FV304 hasn't been spotted, so you'd assume it's still on full health, and I have no idea what the Tiger's on. It's been camping the base the whole game, but hopefully someone's put some shots in it. But of course this T-37 is kind of a one-shot for either of them. So the odds are against us, but if it can spot the Tiger for artillery, we can still pull this one out. So T-37 scouting down the middle here. Looks like it's going to go up and poke over this ridge, but chooses not to. And, well, kind of worked out for it, because it spotted the FV304 sitting on top of that hill. And the Tiger spotted up on top of that ridge, so it really has to get moving behind this cover. But for some reason it stops. And it charges in at the FV304. What's happening is the T-37 is just tunnel visioning and hasn't realised there's a Tiger behind it. And of course that doesn't work out well for it. Yeah. If you can't tell, we are about to lose this. Well, actually, it's not about to lose it. We go on for a while and the enemy win by capping. So that was my ace mastery in the Cromwell. As you can see, 2,667 damage and a heap of experience. And I'm got really lucky that I got a high caliber medal as well, because if I hadn't have got that medal, I wouldn't have got the experience bonus that you get for winning, and I would have just got, well, 50% less experience, I think, and there's no way I would have been able to get my ace tanker medal with that one. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.